When I look back at my career, I believe it's been a very interesting journey. It has taken me to a lot of places around the world, and I think that there's still a lot to do. So this photo is actually from the St. Regis, Abu Dhabi, from the pre-opening, and actually this was on the day of the opening, and if you can see, I am right here. One of them hundreds of people that were actually part of the pre-opening team, and if I am not mistaken, I believe I was actually the employee number 10 when I was hired for the pre-opening team. This was actually my first experience living in the Middle East. It was actually my first time in Abu Dhabi as well. So it was quite a bit of a journey and a bit of an adjustment for myself professionally, but also personally. But it's been amazing. I made friends and friendships that actually last until today. So this photo is from the desert in Abu Dhabi. It was probably my first time being in the desert, as the landscape where I come from is very, very different. It's from a team building activity with my colleagues and with actually the other team members from the front office team. It was, I recall that it was a really fun day. We did a lot of dune bashing, a lot of other workshops as well, and it was just a plus that it was actually located in the desert. Looking at this photo actually makes me think of the 7 years that I have spent in China. So I lived for 7 years in Shanghai, and this is from my time teaching at the La Roche campus in Shanghai. I made a switch in my career from working in hotels and from pre-opening times actually to teaching. So I have always had passion for teaching, and I was lucky enough to be actually given an opportunity. So these are some of my students, and as you can see, this is right me here in the corner with some of my students that were actually graduating. So this was actually a graduating photo. Teaching in China was a different experience compared to hotels. I definitely had to adapt to a lot of changes. Living in China was already quite challenging, and then also switching a career was also even more challenging, I would say. I never thought that being a teacher is so hard. However, I have loved it and I still love it. So probably this is going to be something that I'm going to be doing for quite a while. So years after living in Shanghai and in China and teaching, I have decided that I would like to increase my qualification and to become a better educator. So I went to Switzerland to complete my MBA degree. So this photo is actually one of the graduation photos that I have taken with my classmates. I have to say, from being a teacher going back to a student, it was quite a bit of an adjustment, especially since I have completed my studies before quite some time ago. But it was very interesting. I actually made new friends. I have gotten extra knowledge that I can now share with my students. After completing my studies, I had this amazing opportunity to move back to UAE and start working at DCT. So this picture is from one of my classes that has been actually taken recently. Moving back to UAE was very different because this time I have come here in my teaching capacity as opposed to working in hotels. I love teaching. I love being at DCT. It's a wonderful experience, not only for the students, but also for the staff. We feel like one family. At DCT, being a vocational college, we do things slightly differently. What we do is that we combine classes, both theoretical classes with practical classes. Being part of DET gives us an amazing opportunity to work with the industry very closely. This is also why I am here, because I can share my years of experience from the hospitality industry internationally, and I can share it with my students every day.
So there's a photo not included on the wall. Can you tell us more about it?
Oh no. Where did you find this? This photo is, I would say, probably in my grandma's house when I was a young teenager. Very, very nice actually. I really like it. Very cute. Where did you find this?
What would you say to this young lady in the photo?
I would say that life is a journey. You never know where it will take you. If someone told me 10, 15 years ago that I was going to end up living in China for many years, I would never believe that. If I was told as well that I was going to be a teacher, probably I would never believe that. My advice would be say yes to all the opportunities that life gives you. Take all the challenges. Some of them will be good. Probably some of them will be not so good, but you will learn, evolve, and actually become kind of like a better version of yourself as well.